So we have 30 hundredths, and we need to find an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 10 and write 30 hundredths as a decimal. First, let's find our equivalent fraction. As well as multiplication, we can also use division to find equivalent fractions. And 100 divided by 10 is 10, because 10 times 10 is 100. Now what we do to the denominator, we need to do to the numerator as well, and 30 divided by 10 is 3. So 30 hundredths is equivalent to 3 tenths. Now let's think how we can write 30 hundredths as a decimal. We can write 0.30 because the denominator of 100 tells us that we need 2 digits after the decimal point. But we saw that 30 hundredths was equivalent to 3 tenths, and remember, the first digit after the decimal point really tells us how many tenths we have. So if we have a 0 on the end of a decimal number, we don't need to write it. We can write 30 hundredths as 0.3 because it's equivalent or the same as 3 tenths. Now we have 90 hundredths. First, let's find an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 10. 100 divided by 10 is 10, and 90 divided by 10 is 9. So 90 hundredths is equivalent to 9 tenths. Now as a decimal, we could write 90 hundredths as 0.90 because the second digit after the decimal point is our hundredths digit, and we have 90 hundredths. But again, we don't need to write zeros on the end of decimals. And the reason for that is that 90 hundredths is equivalent to 9 tenths, so we can just write 0.9. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.